Technology has come so far that you don't even need the remote anymore. You can actually start your car from your cell phone. The bug only affects secure websites. Those are websites that begin with the web address HTTPS, like Gmail, Facebook, Instagram, or Amazon. Avalanche Landscaping plows the parking lots here at the Eastfield Mall. It's obviously a pretty big job, so they have some special equipment. These are snow pushers, and they can actually plow more snow than a traditional plow. In fact, they can get about 30 yards of snow in one push. At the height of the event, there's hardly an empty seat to be found. Over 1,000 people turned out for Thanksgiving dinner. While some folks decided to stay home, stay inside, and stay off the roads, others weren't deterred by snow-covered roads like this one. The Select Board says they'll begin that process soon. In fact, they say on Monday they'll begin reviewing Brian Care's qualifications for a more permanent position. You can see on the beach here today there's plenty of space to set up your blanket, but people who were here yesterday tell us that wasn't the case. Just before 2 a.m. Sunday morning, one person was shot outside 30 Worthington Street. Within half an hour, another was shot outside Bay State Medical Center. 3 other people were shot, but police aren't sure where it happened. They say all of the shootings are connected, and they're all gang-related.
You're rabid animals. You have no respect for life.
Mayor Sarno says the crowd at Lux nightclub was angry about a steep cover charge and a no-show performer. Now he's looking to pull the bar's entertainment license.
If you're going to continue to attract a negative element, a gang-related element, we're going to run you out of town. And I know I'm going to hear from the establishment. It's not us, Mayor.
Lux is the only bar on this end of Worthington Street, and it was also the only place open around the time of the shooting. Mayor Sarno says that's reason enough to hold them partially responsible. However, Lux's owner says what went on out here has nothing to do with what goes on inside of his bar.
That's usually the default reaction for anyone to say, well, it was a nightclub. But like I said, we do more than just a nightclub. You know, we do comedy night, we do paint night, we draw different walks of life every day of the week.
The club did hire 2 officers for the night, but now police are looking at ways to keep the entire area safe.
We will look at our deployment strategies in the future downtown here, alter them appropriately, be in contact with bar owners, and respond effectively.
But putting more officers downtown could come at a cost for other city residents.
I am very concerned about that because it draws away from my neighborhood residential coverage.
Mayor Sarno is calling on city families to offer an alternative to gang life for their children. In Springfield, Heather Duggan, ABC 40. When you hear of an internet security threat, you probably think virus, but this time it's something different.
It is not a virus. It's a glitch in the programming code, and it's not going to attack your computer.
So if it doesn't wreck your computer, what's at risk?
It's credit card information, it's telephone numbers, it's passwords, it's what you've done on the website in the past.
Basically, hackers use a security loophole in a program computers use to communicate with each other called OpenSSL. It tricks the server into leaking or bleeding your information. So that means it's not really something you could have protected yourself from.
It's on a different layer than the normal consumer would have to worry about.
The bug only affects secure websites. Those are websites that begin with the web address HTTPS, like Gmail, Facebook, Instagram, or Amazon. Not all secure websites use the open version of SSL, but many do. So what should you do now?
Contact any website to which they log in and find out if they use OpenSSL and if they fixed the bug. If they have, change your password. If they haven't, changing your password isn't going to help.
Experts say you shouldn't use any sites without plans to patch the hole. If you've used sites who've already fixed the problem, double-check your credit card statements and check for identity theft. In East Longmeadow, Heather Duggan, ABC 40. With warm sunshine and clear skies, Saturday was the kind of wedding day anyone would dream of. But that was a dream Juan and Jeffrey Anderson Burgos weren't sure they'd see come true until 10 years ago.
The word marriage was really not in my vocabulary, and I can imagine that it was the same for a lot of other gay and lesbian couples as well.
Now the newlyweds get to call each other husband, and that small everyday detail means the world to them.
I'm standing in front of someone who I really love, just like you would, a straight couple would. I'm able to express that just the same way.
Well, Juan and Jeff's wedding fell on a historic day for the state. Today is also a historic day for the United Congregational Church in Holyoke. Juan and Jeff's wedding is the first same-gender marriage they've had here.
We decided that it's a justice issue, and we want to make a warm welcome to everybody.
Jeffrey's parents are from Michigan, where same-sex marriage was legalized in March, but blocked by the courts within a day. They hope the sense of equality and tolerance they've seen with their son's marriage will spread.
To see a state that has taken to this so well and accepted the lifestyle as simply a part of natural life is just awesome. It's awesome, and I'd love to see it all over.
The married couple says they're hopeful that people will see their marriage is based on love.
We love each other just the way anybody else would. Love has no boundaries, you know. I just think, you know, we've gone a long way and we've got a lot more to do.
In Holyoke, I'm Heather Duggan for ABC 40. In the past 3 years, 14 men have been ordained to the Diocese of Springfield, averaging to just over 3 priests a year. That exceeds the number of ordinations needed to maintain the current number of priests, which is about 100 in the 4 counties of Western Mass. It defies the national trend, with the church losing nearly 20,000 priests in the past 48 years.
In the times that we're in now, particularly with the sex abuse scandal that happened in the church, why would young men want to come, step forward, and be priests for the church?
Since Pope Francis has been elected, interest has grown further, with 12 men looking to join the seminary this year.
They see in him a great model of charity, a great model of simplicity, a great priest himself.
Father Daly's parishioners say they see something similar in him that could be helping him seek out potential priests.
Father Daly just has that communicative ability that just goes above most. I think that helps.
Father Daly attributes a lot of the increase in ordinations to the 24-hour prayer that goes on here at the chapel at the Christ the King Church in Ludlow. He says it's something he specifically asked the bishop for when he took his job.
I don't want the numbers, the success that we have in this diocese to give into a complacency. We need to work hard at maintaining that number that we have now and even increasing that, over the years.
If the current ordination trend continues, Father Daly says it might allow some priests to do things like work in schools or become hospital chaplains. In Amherst, Heather Duggan, ABC 40. The call for the fire near the old Mount Tom Water Park came in just before 10 Sunday morning, and by the time it was out mid-afternoon, 26 acres of land had been scorched.
Conditions are ripe at this point with the sun facing the mountain and all the underbrush.
The fire's location created unique challenges for firefighters. You can see how steep the incline is, and it's actually about half a mile from where traditional vehicles can drive.
It's challenging up there. There's only, each one of those trucks only has 300 or 400 gallons of water, which doesn't last long.
That's where East Hampton, Westfield, Southampton, South Hadley, Chicopee, and the Department of Conservation's fire squad come in. They each contributed a brush truck to carry more water, and there are more firefighters to use hand tools to help extinguish the fire.
We certainly are very fortunate to have surrounding communities come in and help us. Everybody's working together to have the best outcome up here.
We appreciate what they do, and we're in a particular position to respect what these guys go through.
The Red Cross showed that respect, arriving with food, water, and coffee for the firefighters. Scott Anderson was in an Easter Mass when he got the call, but he's already found the silver lining.
It is a blessing on an Easter Sunday, and it was just a brush fire. You hate to have to deal with a family, a family that is running into the problem of having lost a house, losing everything they have.
No property was damaged and no one was injured in Sunday's brush fire. In Holyoke, I'm Heather Duggan for ABC 40.